Josh Banks here inside the WQEL studios for Season 2, Episode 8, Week 8 of our Coach's Corner with the River Valley Vikings. We're going to first welcome in the boys soccer team, head coach Joel Richards to my left. Coach, I'm going to ask you a question right off the rip. You guys just won your first, or at least a share of your first MOAC title. You're the first Marion County team to do so. What's been the biggest improvement that you guys have had this year to be able to accomplish that from last?
It was definitely, we went into that Clear Fork game needing to just tie to win it outright, so we definitely did. But two of the reasons are sitting right across the table from me. These guys started with me when I was my first year. They were freshmen, and they really bought in back then. They've been great leaders. I mean, we lost an all-state player last year, an all-district, the best defender we've ever had, another 3-year starter as a attacking midfielder, and this year we actually took a step forward. We didn't take a step back. So these guys helped me getting the guys prepared, breaking in new players, and we had it going really, really well most of the season, and then after like the 5th game, we had to kind of reinvent ourselves a couple times due to an injury. But my senior leaders this year were phenomenal, and I think that's why we did what we did.
12-3-2, your overall record, 5-0-1 with that one tie coming against Clear Fork in the conference. Let's go ahead and slide over to our first player, senior goalkeeper, J.R. Bates. What do you enjoy about being in goal? It's one of the hardest. Goalkeepers don't get enough credit. It's one of the hardest positions to play. Why do you enjoy it so much?
One of the best parts to me is when someone's about to take a shot, because we have one of the best defenses in the MLAC, I think, and they're good at defending and trying to make shots as hard as possible for the other team. And when they're about to shoot, all I think about is saving the ball over and over in my head. And I think that's how I make my saves, just visualizing it over and over again.
Next question for you is, Coach just really kind of gave you a lot of credit for your senior leadership and your ability to break in and welcome in these younger players. You guys lose some great players last year. What was it like for you guys, and what did it take for you to, again, not take a step backwards when you lost an all-high, when you lost a great player, but to go forward and get your first conference title and have a really good seed coming into tournament play on Saturday?
I think it all started in our summer training, because we start in late July, I think, and we just practice every other day, and we have summer liftings too. We just try to get as physically and mentally ready as possible. And I think team chemistry is one of the most important factors, and I think we've built chemistry over the last 4 years, and I think everyone likes each other, everyone knows how each other play, and I just think we work really well as a team.
And that's awesome to hear. Let's slide over to our next athlete, senior as well, midfielder, forward, Hudson Pollock. And I think the question you kind of expect from me, and it's the first one I'm going to ask you, what's been the biggest challenge for you this year playing both sports, because you're playing them at the same time?
I wouldn't say there's really much of a difference, because I've been doing this the last 3 years, but mainly it's just like a communication thing. It doesn't take that much to, tell them each what I'm doing. So I would say I guess it's pretty easy for me.
So your Friday night has bragged about your leg and how much he said he's seen you kick a 52-yarder in a scrimmage this year. What's it taken for you to just develop yourself to go from soccer to football and just keep your confidence at that high of a level?
Again, I would probably say, since I've been doing it for 3 years now, I would say actually probably football is a lot easier than soccer, just because it's I kind of have gotten used to it by now. But I don't know. I guess I would just say football is easier for me, really.
You should have seen the look that Coach Richards had on his face when Hudson just said football was easier. I tell you what.
He has an okay holder. I think that helps. The guy's pretty decent at it. But he actually was on the Friday Night Lights yesterday. He kicked a 65-yarder in practice.
Holy cow!
And it was legit. So
All right, guys, we got a little bit to know each other a little bit there. We're going to jump into our first game. We're going to play 10 spin. So this is going to be a random number generator, numbers 1 through 10. We'll start with Coach. Say stop whenever you want to say stop. It'll give you a number. We'll ask you a question.
All right, stop.
Number 2.
There we go. Tell him. Oh, you can't see it? Oh, showcase a hidden talent.
Showcase a hidden talent.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
I just beatboxed on live TV, guys.
Hey, now that was impressive. I don't even know that I can do that one. JR, let's flip over to you. 1 through 10. Go ahead, say stop whenever you're ready.
Stop.
6. Where is your favorite place to play for soccer? Where's your favorite place, whether it's home, away, where's your favorite place?
I'd probably say Ontario, just because they have a professional grade field, and our field's not great in terms of the goalie box.
Senior year, your most embarrassing moment.
I would say, I think it was last year during a soccer game. I think I was getting fouled, and this kid like pulled my pants down a little bit.
Okay, I'll give you that one. It doesn't get much more embarrassing than that. All right, we'll flip back to Coach. Whenever you're ready.
Again, stop.
Number 5. Tell a funny story about the team from this season.
Where to start? Wow. There's been so many of them. I mean, it's probably going to involve Daniel, but I'm stumped there. We've got a lot of funny things, but I mean, it would be probably the bus ride home from Clear Fork was pretty lively, and for some reason, I think one of our players, I'm not going to name him by name, I think he ended up in the middle of the aisle on the bus, and I don't know how he got there or how something might have happened to his game shorts, but it was funny, and the guys enjoyed it, but I'm not going to name names or sell anybody out. But
I mean, excitement after you just won an MOAC title, kind of expected, right?
Yeah, and I had to get one of my assistant coaches to say, hey, just let him be for a little bit, and
Yep.
we know that there's a video camera on the buses, so if they do something really bad, it'll be
They'll
on
get
there.
caught.
But, yeah.
Yep. All right, flip back over. JR, your turn again.
Stop.
Number 4. Your least favorite opponent to play against.
Ooh. Probably Clear Fork, just because Ontario's always been at a high level, and they're always our peak. They're the game we look forward to, and obviously we got over the hump this year and beat them. But in the past years, they've never been beaten in the MWAC, so obviously we've always struggled with them. But I think Clear Fork is the most even to us, and we tied, so I think we both have the same skill level. I think our play is very similar to theirs, and I just think it's a nice game to play. Keeps you on your toes.
That's always fun when you have competition to try at your level, but I can definitely understand why it's your least favorite team to play. Hudson, one more.
Stop.
Number 9. Favorite all-time Halloween costume.
Ooh.
Doesn't even have to be something you've worn, something you've seen on the streets, something you've seen people walking around in. Your favorite all-time Halloween costume.
I'm going to have to go just the classic blue coveralls with the Michael Myers mask.
Can't go wrong there. Cannot go wrong at all. That's going to do it for 10 spin. I'm going to hop back into questions. We're going to go right back to Coach. So obviously, we talked about it already. You guys won your first MOAC title this year. That's a huge part of your season. Other than that, what's kind of been your guys' turning point or your favorite part of this very successful season so far?
To get to that point, we had to have the worst thing that could possibly happen to our team. Hudson and his other senior teammate, Captain Christian Knight, were like 1A, 1B. Through 5 games, Christian had 9 goals and 3 assists.
Wow.
He and Hudson were just clicking. I mean, they would know where the other was going to be, whether Hudson needed to drop back or give him a through ball or vice versa. And Christian's left-footed, just a very skilled player. Took a bad challenge, ended up with an ACL, a meniscus tear, microfracture of his fibia and tibia. So right away, we were 4-1 at that point. Without Christian, we would not beat Ontario. That next week, we had 3 games in 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
No, actually, we had 4 games in like 5 days. So we played at Fremont Ross. And at Buckeye Valley, when Christian got hurt, you could have heard a pin drop in that stadium. Like everybody knew, So to see these guys, I think Hudson wore a number 11 T-shirt underneath his regular jersey, and when he would score, we kind of pay tribute to that. But we had to really reconfigure I tried 3 different things, and then finally, when we were getting hammered at Sandusky Perkins, I put a guy in central midfield. It loosened things up, and actually 2 minutes after doing that, we scored a goal. So we have gone with that lineup since then. Had a big win at Johnstown, and then another okay win the next day. But then that Thursday when we played Pleasant, and then that Saturday when we played Bell Fountain, I think it was 7-1 and 6-0. So seeing this team come together, and they started this thing where they would huddle up before they take the field after everybody huddles up. Again, these two sitting here with me and Christian, even though he's not there. At halftime at Clear Fork, I usually let the guys take like 3 minutes, sit on the bench, gather their thoughts, talk to each other. All I saw was Christian talking to these guys, and seeing how we dealt with that negative made us grow as a team, because when one of your best players gets hurt, you can go either one of 2 ways. And again, that's another setback we had to deal with. We had already lost a player to a knee injury in the summer, so that was our second. And just seeing these seniors pick it up and us go forward and still win the league without those 2 pieces on our team was amazing.
And that's awesome to hear you guys excel and conquer adversity, because it's a success story that we love to hear, but not one that we always hear. I'm going to flip it over to you guys. JR, I'll start with you. Hudson, I'll come to you next. And I'm going to ask you guys the exact same question. You guys were just able to be a part of the first MOAC title on boys soccer for River Valley. And also, like I said, it's the first title for Marion County in the MOAC. What does that just mean for you guys as players, as teammates, as student athletes for your school?
It's awesome. I think it's like the ideal situation of going out with a bang, because we're seniors. It's our last year. I had so many goals for this season, and we've hit most of them, and I dedicate it all to my team. Again, back to the summer trainings, we trained every day. We built chemistry. We got to know how each other play, and I think we've just gotten that much better.
That's awesome. Hudson?
I would say it's a good thing for Marion County, because maybe this will, inspire the other teams. Pleasant's they're probably just going to get better and better every year. Harding's getting better and better every year. I'm hoping this will maybe inspire them, like us 3 teams to, kind of take control again, and, maybe just, sorry, I'm on blank.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Just kind of like take control of the league again, just get it back in the winning circle.
And that's a great answer. So, Coach, I do have one more question for you, but we're going to save that for after this next game. I'm really curious to play this one, though. We're going to play a game called Boomers and Zoomers, guys. So what this is going to be is I've got 10 questions for you, but what makes it fun is the 10 questions are related to the year that Coach graduated high school.
Okay.
The 1990.
And I'll tell you what, it was definitely fun finding these questions and learning things myself from 1990 about things that came out or things that happened that I didn't even know until tonight. So we'll get started here. First question. This movie was released in December of 1990. It's a holiday favorite starring Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone.
There you go, JR. It is Home Alone. 1 for 1. I want to say 6 out of 10 is the best out of any school that we've had on so far. This is obviously my first time hosting, so you guys are going to be the best school that I've had yet. But let's get to where we're the best school that we've had on the show all year. Question 2. This hit single was released in 1990 by an artist by the name of Vanilla Ice.
Ice Ice Baby.
He's 2 for 2. Hudson's kind of like, I'm not quite sure. We'll just let him keep answering if he knows all the answers.
Go ahead.
Question 3. You guys are 2 for 2. This one might trip you unless you're a history buff. This war started in 1990.
Do I have this? I can't say it.
No, you cannot. It's just on these guys. You probably know it, Coach.
I was at Ohio State too.
Yeah, so you definitely probably know what it is. And you guys talk it out.
Is it the Cold War?
Good try. It is not. It's the Persian Gulf War.
Dude, that was like in 1950 something.
Yeah, I was going to say the Cold War was in like the 50s, 60s, something like that.
I did not
Hey,
pay attention.
still 2 for 3, guys. You're still on pace, right? We're still on track. Let's go to question 4. This was the last Ohio team to win the World Series.
You got 50-50 here.
Cleveland Indians. Wait.
I hate to say it.
Cincinnati
Unfortunately,
Reds.
it is the Reds, Hudson. I'm an Indians Guardians fan, and we haven't won one in quite some time. It was the Reds in 1990. 2 for 4. We're still 50%. We're still shooting 50%. Let's go on to the next one. This pop group.
Oh, we didn't get this updated.
This pop group, this is actually, so I'll correct it now. This was kind of a little bit of a mix-up. This question is actually from 1998, not 1990. So I'll give you guys that little wrinkle. This pop group consisted of seasonings not found in Mom's cabinet.
Then it looked back.
I have no clue.
So one of the most famous singers that we have today, that we listen to, that we hear, was actually a part of this group. I will give you that hint.
Sorry, could you repeat the question one more time?
This pop group consisted of seasonings not found in Mom's cabinet.
Like their name was?
The name of this group.
I don't know any pop groups.
My guess would be right.
Spice Girls?
You kind of threw it out there with zero confidence. That's actually the correct answer. It was the Spice Girls. You kind of whispered that one like, is it? No, it's definitely correct. It was the Spice Girls. 3 for 5. We're still on pace to get to that 6 for 10, guys. Next question.
Where are we at? 5, 6?
6. This Disney animated film was nominated for Best Picture. Now let's remember, it's the 90s, guys. There wasn't a whole bunch of Disney films out yet. And they have recently remade this one into a live action film as well.
Three in the hands.
4 words.
I was gonna say there's not a whole lot of hints I can give without giving this one away, so I like the 4 words. Yes, it's 4 words in the title. Does Coach know?
Beauty and the Beast.
There it is.
You're right.
I think the 4 words really gave that one away, didn't it, Hudson?
All right, on to number 7.
Number 7. This movie about baseball had our parents dreaming for the good old days.
Sandlot.
You know, it's funny. We were going over all these questions before you guys got here, and I got shown that one, and I said the exact same thing. And unfortunately, it's actually the Field of Dreams.
Oh, okay. I
So-
haven't actually ever seen that.
I love Sandlot. I grew up with Sandlot. I think most of us did. But Field of Dreams might be one of the best baseball movies there is. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a really, really good flick. Did you know that one, Coach?
I thought it was Field of Dreams. You and your dad need to go there to Iowa to go to the Field of Dreams field. It's pretty
We
cool.
do.
And your mom, you can take her too, but not Laney.
Question, I believe we're on 9, right?
8.
We're on 8. TGIF. This show debuted featuring Steve Urkel, the world's most annoying neighbor.
Oh. I know what it is.
Hudson says, I know what it is. I just can't place the name of the show in my head. He knows the name of the character, though, because you kind of see him, a light bulb went off.
Can you say the question again?
This show debuted featuring Steve Urkel, the world's most annoying neighbor.
I know what it is. I just can't remember the name.
Tell you what, I would give you a hint, but the Steve Urkel is like the main character on the show, so I can't really give you much more of a hint other than that. It might be the only role that I even know him for.
Is his name in the name of the show?
It is not.
I think so.
Jaleel White with the
Jaleel White is, Jaleel White's the name of the actor.
I can't remember.
No
the name.
clue?
I have
No clue? Coach? Family Matters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Yep.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking of the one where it's got like the neighbor in the title. It's like a really old. I don't know. It's got neighbor in the title. I know that.
I can't think of anything.
Leave it to Beaver. Is that?
I don't know. My mom-
That one would be 60s, I
Right.
think.
After the Cold War, right? You know.
Yeah.
Just a couple minutes after.
All right, next question. Question 9. This boxer defeated Mike Tyson in the 10th round.
Evander Holyfield?
Man, you and I are on the same page, I'm telling you,
He's from
because
Columbus, man.
that's the exact same answer that I gave, not thinking about it. Coach, who is it?
Buster Douglas.
It is Buster Douglas. He defeated Mike Tyson before Evander Holyfield did.
Yeah. That was one of the biggest upsets in sports history, probably.
It absolutely was. Absolutely was. Last question, guys. Who pitched their 6th no-hitter in 1990? And I will give you a hint on this one. He played for the Texas Rangers.
You want the player?
The player. He threw his 6th no-hitter in the year 1990.
Randy Johnson?
All right, is that what we're going? Look, okay, I'm going to say, is that what we're going with? Is Randy Johnson?
No.
Nolan Ryan?
The confidence we really need to see it, JR. I tell you what, every answer you answered, you said very just kind of quietly.
Yeah.
But almost every answer you gave was correct. What did we end up? 5 for 10?
We got the first one. I think we got 4 of 10.
4 of 10. Hey, again, my first time hosting, so you guys are the best that I've ever had on the show.
I'll
take that.
And listen, let's be real. I was a year old in 1990, guys. I didn't know most of those answers. I can't imagine some of the ones that you knew was impressive as it is.
You
All
said
right.
it first, though.
You did. You whispered Nolan Ryan, and Coach's eyes kind of lit up, and he was like, yeah, that's the right answer. Go with that answer. But he couldn't say anything, and then you guys started contemplating Randy Johnson, and I'm sitting here like,
I didn't think Randy Johnson ever played for the Rangers. All I
He-
knew was Diamondbacks.
he did not. He played for the Mariners. He played for the Diamondbacks. Expo, yep. So, Coach, I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we'll get you guys out of here. We'll get to break and get football in here. You guys play Grove City Central Christian in game 1. What's it going to take for you guys to win that game and win maybe 2, maybe 3 more, go win a district title, and make a name for yourselves throughout the state tournament?
And we just talked with the ladder analogy today, that if you're on the first step of the ladder, how do you get to that top step? You don't just jump right up because you'll fall off, you'll hurt yourself. So that's the only step we're worried with right now is Grove City Christian. If we get up early on them, I think get a couple goals in the first half. Because lately we've been more of a second half team. So I think if we get up early, and we've been training really well this week. It's been cold, but we've been dealing with it. I think that will help us. And then, looking forward to the next game. Fortunately, we've played Johnstown and Lakewood, who would be up next for us. We've beaten both of them. It's not going to come easy. I always tell the guys they're not going to lay down and just say, oh, you're River Valley. We're going to just give you this victory. We work hard. We do it. We could find ourselves at Jonathan Alder playing for the district title on Saturday, the 26th. Most likely, Tree of Life Christian.
Yeah.
They won a district title last year. Very good team. But, I think we've kind of been going over a bunch of different stuff this week. It's almost been like a mini bowl break for football, when's the last time we have had 7 days between a game? I don't think all season. So we've been doing a little of the basics and then tweaking our formations here or there. So get those 2 goals, get up early. Again, I feel comfortable with the backbone of our team, starting with JR and ending with Hudson, and everything in the middle there is just as good. So just get that first win. It's good that it's at home. Both, if we win the first game, the second one will be at home too. So it's good that we don't have to have a bus ride. We don't have to deal with any of that. So.
Yeah, and that's really nice too for you guys to get those first 2 games in the OHSAA state tournament at home. It's a confidence boost. It means you played good enough throughout the season to have that opportunity. I'm really excited to see it. I wish you guys all the best, nothing but the best. It's been great to have you on here tonight.
Appreciate that, Josh.
But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the River Valley Vikings football squad who's just kind of been hanging out, making some funny faces at these guys that are up here talking. So we'll have them on. We'll have a great fun with them. But thanks so much for coming on, and go enjoy some more pizza and hang out for a little bit.
All right, thank you.
Josh Banks back here, host of the Coach's Corner for Section 2 of tonight's show with the River Valley Vikings football team, head coach Matt Waddle, senior middle linebacker Tyson Waddle, senior quarterback Chase Ebert. We're going to start with Coach Matt Waddle. A great year for you guys so far this year, 5-3 now. Your 3 losses are to 3 teams who are all 8-0, so can't really be mad about that. But I want to ask, the biggest question you guys had coming into this year, and Mark Bollinger talked about it at every broadcast, was your guys' defense. The last 5 weeks, that's been the best part of the team, has been the defense. What really clicked for you guys and made that kind of change and wake up and say, oh, hey, if we play defense, we might win some football games?
Well, I think a lot of it is that, we brought a lot of guys back from last year's team. We played some young guys last year. Our entire secondary is all guys that played last year. We brought back some guys up front. We brought back a couple inside backers, outside backers. So I think 9 out of the 11 guys are starters from last year. So having a year of experience last year really helped us understand what we were trying to do defensively, even though schematically we changed a little bit, but everybody's still pretty much playing in the same position as last year. So I think just being a year into the system and having a year of experience has helped have, the guys' confidence in what they're doing.
And I mean, when you start the season off with Ashland, who has a Division I recruit, you guys really held him down. I said live on the broadcast that night that I thought Chase outplayed him that night. What's been the step for you guys? You shut out Pleasant. You shut out Harding, your two biggest rivals in the MOAC. What did it take for you guys to be able to come out and just dominate both of those teams on the defensive side of things?
Yeah, I think for a lot of it is, we controlled the line of scrimmage. We were able to stop the run and force teams that maybe, don't want to pass the ball as much to be in long third down situations where they're not comfortable. And we've been pretty opportunistic this year as far as creating turnovers and, getting to the quarterback, just having guys around the football. So, defense has really done a great job this year. Like I said, that about every game we're getting 2 to 3 turnovers a game, which has helped our offense, take more possessions, have shorter field to work with. So, as long as we can keep being opportunistic on defense, creating turnovers, stopping the run, I think, we're going to put ourselves in a good position to win football games.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are third in the MOAC in takeaways. You got 10 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles. You've only given the ball away 10 times, so that's definitely a huge part of it is 2 to 3 takeaways a game will really increase the odds. But we're going to flip script. We're going to head over to senior middle linebacker. And the last couple of weeks, we've been getting a lot of carries from the running back spot, Tyson Waddle. So since you've been getting those carries, offense or defense, what's your preference?
Probably defense. I just like to hit people, but it's not bad to get in the end zone at all.
Which you got to feel last week when you got into the end zone. Your guys' schedule hasn't been the easiest. The MOAC, I've said it from day one, we talk about every Friday night on our Pigskin show, might be the best conference in the area because top to bottom, any given night, any team can beat anybody. What's it like for you to go out there every week and face the likes of Braden DeVito, Bogdan Miller, and then you're going up against this guy every day in practice? What's it take for you to be able to compete every week and just continue to play at a high level?
Chase prepares our defense really well. It's great that we have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's cool to play against the other guys. There's some great talents out there, and it's just fun seeing how they play and getting to play against great competition.
Absolutely, and it's been fun to watch you guys just kind of do what you've been doing, but we're going to flip. We're going to slide down to now senior quarterback Chase Ebert, and I printed off stats just because it's fun to look at. So you lead the conference in completions, you're second in the conference in yards, and you lead the conference in passing touchdowns. What's it been like for you to be able to play as well as you have this year? You guys are 5-3. You're currently sitting, I want to say, sixth in Division 4, Region 14. You've got the likes of Perkins, Shelby, Ontario, Clear Fork's at the bottom of that region. I mean, your guys' region is probably the best region in the state of Ohio. What's it like to know that you two seniors, along with your other teammates, have got you guys to number 6? So if the season ended tomorrow, you're playing a playoff game in Caledonia on your home field. And if you jump up 2 more spots, you're going to play 2 of them.
Yeah, so that's one of our goals we've talked about ever since Coach Waddle came in, and we've made it known that the River Valley team's never won more than 2 or more playoff games. And so every day we have that in the back of our minds and know that that's our goal. And, I mean, if we can have 2 home playoff games, we like our odds.
I like your guys' odds, too. You're one of my favorites to win 2 games throughout the postseason, I think, looking at that division. But enough with kind of the serious stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into a game and have some fun. We're going to play 10 spin again. So, Coach, we'll start with you again. Once we get everything ready to roll, we'll start with you, and we'll see. We kind of already heard what the guys don't want to answer or don't want to have to do.
I'm the same way.
I'm really hoping that it lands on one of those just to see what happens. But, Coach, we're ready for you. Say stop whenever you want to.
Stop.
It's going to be number 8. Oh. All right, so that's going to be your most embarrassing athletic moment.
Ooh, man. This has to go back to probably my sophomore year basketball.
Where at?
It was, dressing JV.
Okay.
No, freshman year. Sorry, it's freshman year. Dressed JV basketball. Got called in to go into the game off the bench, and took my warm-up shirt off. Forgot to put my jersey on. So I had to run back into the locker room and put my jersey on. That's probably my most embarrassing high school moment. Kenton High School.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting story to say the least. Let's go ahead and flip over to Tyson. Same thing, Tyson. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
There it is. The one that you said you didn't want. Showcase a hidden talent, good sir.
I don't know if I can showcase one, but my hidden talent is that I play the cello.
Okay, I'll give you that. We don't have a cello on site. You told us what it is. Hey, I'm going to make sure that I bring instruments from now on just in case that is a hidden talent. No, but that's actually really, really impressive to be able to play that instrument. So awesome for you. Chase, your turn.
Stop.
We're going to go number 1.
Exactly what I kind of was hoping you would get. Sing the alma mater.
Yes.
So
And I know you guys sing it after every game because I've been to 3 home games
So
now.
we go with a little Hail River Valley. Praise to thee we sing for our alma mater. Let our voices ring. Faith and truth be our motto. Da-da-da, as the years go by. May we always bring honor to River Valley High.
Okay, that was impressive. And
Nice
you might
job.
be, listen, you might be the first person that's actually been able to sing the alma mater on the show all year.
This year, yes.
Feel honored.
As you should. As you should. All right, Coach, your turn again.
Stop. Oh, sorry.
All right, let's do it again.
Stop.
All right. So, since you're not a player, fun fact about one of your fellow coaches on your coaching staff.
LJ Scott played at Louisville.
Hey, that's definitely a fun fact about a fellow coach. That's actually pretty cool. I've spoke with him a couple times before games. Tyson, your turn. Let's do it again.
Stop.
Number 3. This one should actually, I'm excited that you got this one. Do your best impression of Coach.
Oh.
Now, see, for you, this shouldn't be as difficult as it is for some.
Come on, Tyson, you gotta be more aggressive. Why aren't you flying to the ball? Play with some energy. Such a disappointment.
Oh, there we go.
All but the last part.
All right, Chase, let's go ahead and do one more here.
Stop.
All right, so we had this question earlier. I'll ask you too. Hudson actually answered it. So I can't get the same answer from you. Favorite all-time Halloween costume?
So, me and my buddy actually wore it to homecoming. It's Dumb and Dumber. So the blue and orange suits,
Okay.
easy money.
Okay, yeah, and wearing it to homecoming makes it even better.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
definitely presses.
All right, so that's going to take us out of 10 spin. We're going to go back to some questions for you guys. I'm going to ask you, Coach. You guys have Galion upcoming this week at home. They've kind of been up and down. You guys are kind of rolling right now. What's it going to take to keep rolling and beat them at home when they're slowly on a bounce back from what started off as a great year for them?
Yeah, I think coming into the Galion game, the last couple of years, we haven't done a very good job against them at stopping the run. So I know they're a little bit different, maybe offensively, than they have been without some of the big linemen they've had. But I think they're still going to try to run the ball. They still got a good quarterback in Prosser. Chambers is a fast kid, so they got a lot of talent. But I think for us to win the football game, we first got to stop the run defensively. And then on offense, we got to be able to do a good job of getting off to a good start, not shooting ourselves in the foot, being able to protect the quarterback, get the ball out of our hands, get it to our playmakers, and let them make plays out in space.
It's something that we've definitely had the privilege of seeing a couple of times this year. Your receivers, your skill players definitely do a great job of getting open for this guy. And your line's been doing a great job lately of blocking for him to allow him the opportunity to make those throws. But, again, you guys know where you sit currently, 6th spot in your division. Tyson, to you now, what's it going to take for you guys to win out? You obviously got 2 games left. What's it going to take for you guys to win out, hopefully move up a couple spots, and then be that first team in River Valley to win 2 playoff games?
I think we had a great week of practice this week. We have a great week next week of practice, just preparing for this week. Fridays, we got to be locked in from the moment we wake up to the moment the game's over, and just got to play together and not play selfish.
And then, Chase, we'll come to you, and this is kind of a typical question that a quarterback gets, and I'll ask you, what's your favorite part about playing that position? Because there's so many different answers that you can go with. There's so many different things that you can say, but everybody has a favorite part about playing that position.
So first and foremost, can't do it without the guys up front. But probably just the opportunity to have the balls in my hand every play. You know, being able to make decisions and operate our offense and being the guy that everybody can go to when things break down.
Awesome. Yeah, that's kind of the typical answer. You know, you're in control of everything. You make the team go round on the offensive side of things. So now we're going to play our last game of the night. You guys got your whiteboards in front of you. We're going to play same page. So we're going to ask Coach a question. He's going to write his answer down. The object is for you guys to get his answer, and there's no talking between you two. It's not a team game. We're going to see who knows Coach better.
Winner gets a ride home.
Ha. All right, let's go ahead. Hop in. Question number 1. What one word or phrase does Coach use most at practice?
To the team?
Yes. It can be to the team. It could be something he says all the time to a single individual. His most used word or phrase at practice.
I think I do this a lot, but they probably won't
All right, let's go ahead. Coach, flip for me.
Gosh darn it.
Oh, that's not what I said. I went more the
All right, what'd you guys put? Nope, I need to
positive
see answers.
route.
I need to see answers.
I said we got to get better today.
Ooh, that was a good
I
one.
put goal 1, which is get better every day.
I mean, that's probably something that he says often, but I think the gosh darn it comes from the frustration that you guys probably cause at practice when you're not listening or not doing the drill right. He probably says that pretty often, I would assume.
Gosh darn it, Chase.
Never hear that. No.
All right, question 2. Which player best knows how to get underneath Coach's skin? So which player best knows how to make him mad? He wrote his answer pretty quickly,
Between
guys.
2 people.
50-50 shot.
In practice or in games?
Anyway,
Anytime.
Oh.
That kind of made it pretty easy for both of them. Now I'm curious to see if either one of them gets it right. We ready?
Yep.
All right, flip it around. And it's interesting.
Wow.
They agreed. Chase and Tyson both say Chase.
That's what was gonna be my other answer.
As it looks like Coach Richards in the background might have got that one right from the peanut gallery behind us.
Dude, that was my second
thought for
person.
sure
I
we
was
did.
You was going between you and
either
him.
me or Kevin.
All right, let's go question 3.
Dang man, we're bad.
You guys are 0 for 2. We got to get 1, right?
Yeah.
I'd hope.
So now the goal has to be let's just get 1.
Yep.
So what is Coach's biggest superstition on game days? We all have them. I was going to say, we all have them.
Once again, I'm between 2 things.
Well, I feel like they're going to write down the same answer, and it's probably going to be one that you have, but it's not your biggest one.
Yep.
But if anybody would get this one, it'd have to be the other one, right?
You would think.
All right, Coach.
Dang, that was my second
Take
thing.
off where we don't work on
I
Fridays.
put the visor.
The visor. I have seen the visor. I have seen the visor.
Dang, that was my second time. If I would have put the second thing, I would have literally.
All right, we're 0 for 3. Hey, lock in, guys. Come on.
Come on, Chase.
Lock in.
Your son.
But again, it's all team related, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Tyson.
My bad.
All right. Now this one. Yeah, a little. Well, I don't know. He said it's adopted son versus biological son, so I would assume that Chase probably spends some time at the house. You know?
Yes.
True or false? Coach is the chef or grill master at home.
I have no idea. Just gonna.
If you even.
All right. So chef. Now let's realize that I did say chef or grill master. So he's
grill master.
he's I mean, I did say that.
You ad-libbed the grill master. It just says true or false.
Well-
Coach is the chef at home.
I did ad lib the grill master. I did.
I mean, I answered by what?
He answered that he is the grill master, which is what I would expect. But because it was chef or grill master, you both put false that he's not the chef.
No.
So I'll give you guys.
I would have put true if it was grill master.
Yeah.
All right, so
Obviously.
I'll give you guys half a point each.
Okay. All right.
I ad libbed that one. I ad libbed that one. They both said false,
I would have
but
said true. 100%.
all right. I think we got one question left, right? We
Coach got at least get a half a point for everybody.
last question.
All right, we're bad at this, bro.
Which player on the team is most likely to run for president?
I know exactly what this is.
I've seen your answer, and I'm not going to disagree with that. Coach Flip?
Dude, what? Borg.
They both put Carter. So
That dude is the politician of everybody.
both the guys put Carter Park.
Put him or old man.
Why Carter Park?
Oh, dude. If you ever need to know what's going on in today's world, you go to Carter Park. He knows it.
So he's the politician guy that can tell you anything you need to know about anything going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same
He's,
question, Coach. Why Ross?
Because he's kind of knows everything.
So they're one and the same person, really. You could go to either one of them for your knowledge, and you're going to be able to get an answer.
one of them actually knows everything.
Oh man. I tell you what. So I ad libbed one. I'll give you guys credit for a point each. I ad libbed one. I mean, Coach is definitely going to be a grill master. I think that's kind of how it is for all of us at home. So we're going to go around. I'm going to ask each of you one more question. I'm going to start with the guys. We'll finish with Coach. I guess my question for you, Tyson, to start would be, what's been so far, you're 8 games in, what's been your favorite part of the season so far?
Probably blowing out Pleasant, shutting him out, and coach had to dye his hair, and a couple coaches had to eat some worms this season, so it's pretty funny.
So you guys playing well has kind of caused some issues for coaches in the background that nobody knows about.
Yep.
Well, you can see the hair. The visor doesn't do the hair justice.
I'm going to have to pay attention to the next game I'm at then.
That's why I wore a hat tonight.
All right, Chase, your turn. My question for you is, what are you most looking forward to? We all know you're on the hard court as well. You're a basketball player as well. What are you most looking forward to finish out your football season and then roll into your senior year of basketball?
Hopefully we finish football season hot. Don't want to get ahead and then stay hot going into basketball season. Finish that season hot too, and definitely have a senior year that's there to remember.
And that's a great goal. You know, you always want your senior year to be the one year that you remember. You want to remember all 4 years, obviously. You want to compete and do great things in sports all 4 years, but senior year is definitely your guys' most important. And according to everything I'm looking at, you guys are doing everything right so far. Coach, we'll finish it out with you. We know what's coming, right? You guys have Galion. off the top of my head, I can't place who you play in week 10.
Clear Fork.
So you play Galion, Clear Fork. You play a Galion team that's 5-3, just like you guys. You finish with Clear Fork, who they're 2-6, but they've been very, very competitive. I mean, it was 7-7 last week against Shelby after 3 quarters with Clear Fork Shelby. What's it gonna take for you guys to come out, win your next 2 games, and then potentially win a game, maybe 2, maybe 3, come playoff time, and really make noise and show people, hey, the MOAC is really, really good, but River Valley's no slouch, and we're here to play.
I think first thing, we got to get a little bit healthy. We've had some guys banged up here lately, so we're starting to get some guys healthy. But we just got to keep riding the ship, keep doing what we've been doing all year, both offensively and defensively, special teams. The guy sitting that you had on earlier has been a big part of our football success. We just got to keep playing our game and do what we need to do to take care of business.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for coming on. River Valley Football, River Valley Soccer was on earlier. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors, Bucyrus Pizza at WQEL, WBCO, for letting us do it here, giving us pizza. Everybody chow down on some pizza, I hope, and I'm sure there's some left, so when we're done, make sure you guys get another slice. All of you guys watching, thanks so much. It's going to close us out of week 8 of the Coach's Corner. Good luck the rest of the way, and thanks for being on here, guys.